The maritime cannot be separated from the nation, from the country that is bleeding. The country is bleeding because, as far as security is concerned, it's unbelievable. I don't think anybody has witnessed a situation like this. You can liken this as one could say we're at war. You know, the way people are dying, you can compare that to the Biafran-Nigeria war, you know, because dead body becomes an everyday affair. Well, there's hope, like I've always tried to say. Okay. As far as the government is there, they're doing their best. You're making a very wrong mistake. Okay. Go to Tinkanala Port, just on the entrance gate, you'll see the number of obituary there. Well, you've not seen that? I went to see the controller at Tinkanala Port this morning, and I was about entering the gate. I discovered that the whole frontage is covered with obituary and all that. And I asked, what's happening? All these people are there for orders? They say yes. You know, so it's as bad as that. You know, people are under pressure. You know, becoming more difficult to remove goods out of custom control and all that. And like I said, at this point in time, we really don't begin to blame any person. It's like all of us are involved in the whole essence, and just practice in the best. Yeah. The public thing, you don't have anything to begin to discuss about that, except maybe for the interest of those who have not passed through that axiom, you know. But it's unbelievable, such a major road leading to the gateway of the nation's economy, the ports, Papa Port, Tinkanala Port, PTML. It's unbelievable, you know. You keep talking about one thing every day. It makes no sense of the water. That's the truth of the matter. You know, for the past 5 years or thereabout or more, we've been talking of the same thing. I don't really know what the problem is. Okay. I don't know what the problem is. You know, I don't know. I keep on wondering. For instance, the bridges. Yes. The bridges are not meant to be a parking lot. There is a motion kind of a bridge built to motion and all that, not static load. Yeah. And for years, this place has been like that. And you could see now the separations that we are witnessing. Of course, I think there's effort on the part of government to, you know, get the bridge together again once more. But why do we get to this level? I don't know. The truth that self-effort is not moving forward. Self-effort is not adding any value. It's not adding any value. It seems the administrators don't seem to understand the concepts, the reasons for the establishment of CRFF as a regulatory agency, as far as the port industry is concerned. These freight forwarders, they are the artery of the nation economy. They are the motivators. They are the operators. You know, they are very critical to the economy of the nation. And if you really understand what I'm saying, the wise men of the National Assembly had refused to put up that act, you know, to enable a more professional way of doing things in our port system. Because the freight forwarders are the link of these various chains. I have always said what I said, and I don't want to be repeating myself every day. The CRFFN started to fail. They won. And it's not a news. No, you don't start looking at me. It's not a news. It started to fail. Unfortunately, up to now, nothing has happened. Now look at what has just happened in this election you're asking me. The first objective of CRFFN is to bring all the contending voices together. Okay. All the various associations and operators and all that. Bring them together under one umbrella regulate and control them, set standard of operational procedures and all that. Now, this last election, what has he succeeded in achieving? He has divided us more because National Council could not win an elective position. NAFAC could not win an elective position, and they are duly accredited associations. Do you understand? Ordinarily, if you follow the standard of INEC, if you do not win an election, if you do not win an elective position in the you'll be deleted. Deleting them now does not solve the problem. They will start somewhere and start making noise again. And what have you? Do you understand? So that is not the attainment of the art. So if you see anything, if you do not see anything that's wrong in that, the CRF have divided us more other than bringing us together. And I've given you a very critical example. How dare you get, you are conducting an election, there is no guideline. There is no register of voters and all that. People were not able to verify. And you ended up seeing all sorts of people. Do you understand? Whether they are afraid of others or not. Maybe they are more interested in the money they will get. Okay? It's okay for them. But I don't think the issue is money. So long as we remain in transport ministry, CRFN may not likely achieve its objective because the emphasis seems to be money now. Everybody is looking forward to POF. And that is what the struggle is all about. You look at somebody like me, it's part of the reasons I don't really want to be part of that. I have what it takes to be a member of the council, because it doesn't make sense. Those who went to the council, they came back empty. They came back, that is, when I say empty, there's nothing they can tell you, yes, this is what we've been able to achieve. And when you talk to them, they start telling you about regulations they made and all that. What nonsense is this? Even as a freight forwarder under CRFN register, you cannot enter PTML. You will not be allowed to do so. The Honorable Minister has given a directive that with the membership card of CRFN, you have access to the port. But ordinary PTML there do not respect that, and CRFN had nothing to offer. Do you understand? Yes, so, to what extent have they protected the freight forwarders and their businesses in the port? It doesn't make sense. How long does it take them to swear in the new elected members? I mean, it's getting to too much now to swear them in for them to start operation.
Why is that so?
You are asking me. Am I working in the transport ministry? Why would you ask me that? It doesn't make sense.
But you appear worried.
I cannot continue to worry because it's like you are talking to people who do not want to listen. Okay. I was the foundation member of CRFN, which you know, NAGAF, which under my watch as the first president of the organization. We facilitated the matters of CRFN, and we know what it is. Here we are. It's not working. What is it that you want us to tell them? Is CRFN a new setup?
Yeah.
It's not a new setup.
An agenda to work with.
Which agenda? How many times do we set the agenda for them? Well, continue setting the agenda. What is the agenda? Okay, you're setting agenda, the new council are not been inaugurated after 2 months election. And we are hearing that the Minister of Transport may be going for presidential nomination and all that. So as at now, he's likely not to be thinking of that. Does not come into his point of view. I'm not saying, but that's just rumor. But there are signals, What we need to do is to, honestly, to take out CRFN from the transport ministry to, investment ministry, because investment and trade has to do with what the port is all about. Honestly, okay, CRFN is one most strategic regulatory agency in this country. For instance, the last quagmire in the port couldn't have happened if CRFN is effective. every matter that may come up that could lead to disturbing the port could be discussed there. Because everybody is there, all agencies of the government are there, at least the principal one, the strategic ones, and the various associations. Such matter can be discussed there. And we don't get to where we are. You keep saying something, nobody's listening. I think we are cursed. Honestly, it doesn't make. I was watching somebody once today, the nation, I said he was virtually crying. You know, I was watching it this morning on the platform. So it's as bad as that. But there is hope, like I always said to you. Why do we take time, most of us, to be talking about Mr. President, whether he's competent or incompetent? Those things does not add up because the power of Mr. President has been delegated to heads of government to carry responsibilities. It's a constitutional matter, Section 5 of the Constitution. Mr. President cannot be IG, cannot be Controller General of Customs, cannot be head of Transport Ministry, cannot be, you name them. These powers have been delegated. That is what I'm telling you, that this matter can easily be resolved under the platform of what? CRFFN. CRFFN has a mobile court.
Yeah.
If you do anything to the contrary, in breach of statutes, in breach of set rules, it could be taken from aspect of cheating, and it's criminal. The court can try you. There's nothing, all these things we are talking about has been resolved. There are laws that resolve all this. Demurrage, yes, the terminal operators and all that may tell you that we are not the one that asked you to withdraw your services from the port. But are they not under the control and supervision of government?
Yeah, they should be.
So are they in another country? The VIM valuation issue was not supposed to be an issue. So, but we can't continue to say one thing every day. The custom, as far as I'm concerned, acted in a haste in carrying out that responsibility. One, there was no adequate consultation in that regard. Yes, but you had custom saying that they had several meetings and all that, and what have you. But I can tell you, as a founder of NAGAV, I wouldn't want to believe that there's a day I'm aware. At least I should know at this level. Yes, they may have done that. What does it take them to write a letter to the head office of these various segments, NAGAV and ALCA and all that, even say CRFFN, and tell them about that? Let them come forward. The freight forwarders are in demand of unification of application of principles or operations. They don't want to clear cars from the port and on the road they are held. Let us unify it. So that once you get out of custom, you get out of custom and you can drive your car. What is difficult in that? They wanted that, they caused some reasons. Then how did you go about that? And when you decided to go into it, why don't you follow the procedure of valuation? ACV is very simple. That is the agreed principle under the World Customs Organization. To accommodate accidented vehicles, to accommodate the issues of odometer, to accommodate issues of age. You don't give value flat for all cars. No, that's not right. I think that was what was the problem. Because it's like you're overvaluing or over-assessing imports. Is it difficult? Is it enough for this problem? It's not. You speak to them, nobody wants to listen. All right? We have since said this, but nobody is listening. 7, 8 years ago, we advocated, the NACAF advocated, as far as cars are concerned, since we have not developed transportation system that is in line with, modern day transportation, responsibilities. We said what we need to do now is simple. The older a car is, the higher rate of duty. In order not to make Nigeria a dumping ground, the newer a car is, the lower the rate of duty. Now, you are open to make choice in line with the constitutional position of our country. If you want an old car, a rickety car, then be rest assured you are going to pay higher rate of duty in that regard, because government do not want that. Technically, they've banned it, but they allow you to make choice. If you want a new car that will help you, that will serve you for a longer time, pay a lower duty. When you do the balancing, the newer cars are higher in cost, lower rate of duty. The older car are lower in cost or higher rate of duty. Look at the balancing. Make a choice.